First News with Keeler in the morning on WIBX and WIBX950.com.
Professor Allan Saxe from the University of Texas at Arlington is on the line right now. Another professional. Allan Saxe, as a young man, used to move porta potties, just like we did yesterday. Maybe that's not true. Professor, good morning. Have you ever used a porta potty?
Yes, and porta potties are probably one of the great hallmarks of civilization.
They are. I mean, think about it. Listen, it's either that or a tree. I mean, what do you want? You want a little privacy.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Let's see. The Senate is scrambling to pass this infrastructure bill. Tell us what we know, and it looks like this $1 trillion bill is going to happen. Am I correct?
That's right. It's a little over $1 trillion, and I used to talk about $1 billion as being big. Now it's $1 trillion, but following that bill is another $3.5 trillion which has the hallmarks of Bernie Sanders all over it.
Right.
And it's another infrastructure bill, whatever they want to call it. It has everything loaded in there. I don't think any of the members of Congress have even read the bill. It's well over 2,000 pages, small print, and they rely upon their staff to tell them yes or no.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. Or they read the Cliff Notes if they do Cliff Notes for them.
Yeah, and I don't even.
That's right. That's right.
I don't even know if it's rely upon your staff. It's rely upon your party leader to direct you how to vote.
Yeah.
You are so right. It's the party leadership, and apparently both bills are going to be together eventually. Then Speaker Pelosi wants them both together, up or down, and we're going to add so many more $1 trillion to the debt, and inflation is going to rear its ugly head once again.
Yeah, I don't know how we're going to get there's the first one, which I think I do think it's important. I think they should spend money fixing the infrastructure in this country. And then the second part of it probably includes a lot of very important things too, Professor. But it should be judged differently. It should be judged separately, where they can debate it and, weed out the garbage and do those important things possibly. But you're probably not going to see that. I mean, Pelosi's going to try to push all this in together.
And also, when you have that much money, there's going to be a lot of waste and maybe even some problems with who knows what, even criminality way down the line. That's happened before with major spending bills like Lyndon Johnson's Great Society. At the end of it, they found out that maybe the projects were not done, and where'd the money go?
Now, if President Trump had done it, we know it'd be a different deal. The criminality wouldn't happen. Am I correct?
That's right.
Yeah, because he'd be able to get this thing through without all of the, this Democratic criminality. So so what do you think ends up? Do you think the infrastructure, as we know what infrastructure is, like bridges and roads, you see that passing, right?
Yes, it'll pass.
Yeah.
Both bills will probably pass.
I was going to say.
But the remnants, the after effects are going to be with us a long, long time.
Mm-hmm. Jeff, did you want to add something?
Well, Professor Saxe, I agree 100% with what you said, and then I disagree 100% with what you said. I don't think there will be fraud and stuff that, waste and contracts going here and there. But, I mean, it's really the same for both sides. They're just as corrupt as the other one.
You think you're saying the Republicans are as corrupt as the Democrats? Professor, yes. I think he's got a few marbles loose up here. I'm just telling you.
No, I come from Oklahoma, and I'm old enough to remember the Great Society, and the Democrats had charge of everything.
Yeah.
And then after many years, everybody wondering what happened to all that money.
Yeah.
And it wasn't nearly the amount of money that you have today.
That's why everything should be Republican. If we could get the government to be 100% Republican,
as a matter of fact,
I think we would be corruption-free. That's what we need to do. And I'm with you, Professor. This has got to come to an end.
I wish, but I doubt it.
Mm-hmm. You're probably right. Yeah.
We hear, at least recently, we heard a lot of conversation. There was an uproar about this black, what was it?
Stallion?
No, it was Black National Anthem, right? They're going to play it before the football games and everything.
Yeah.
And I think there's some talk about a black flag or an alternate flag that should be the Republican states of America, and then maybe it can just be the snake flag.
I see the
Don't Tread on Me.
Gadsden, yeah. I wrote a little
Which
piece
I still don't think is a bad. I saw that.
I wrote a little piece on that, and I just think it's pretty simple. If you say it's public property, leave it to the American flag and the New York State flag, public property, and that's the way it should be. That's my opinion. But Professor, interesting stuff. So again, your fear is both get passed, and we're going to live with this for many, many, many years to come.
Exactly. And by the way, there's more Koreans on the road.
Yeah. Yeah. Leave the roads. You know, I like things the way they used to be. I'm a nostalgic person. Leave the roads the way they used to be. Why do you have to change them? Why can't the bridges remain?
That's right. Where do we need to go anyway?
We have a new bridge being put in our area. Okay, this is what it does. It slows down traffic, and now they've raised the bridge by like 3 feet. It's like 3 feet taller. Why did it have to be 3 feet taller?
Yeah, because now I can't conveniently get to Washington Mills or anything from here.
That's exactly right.
But now they've replaced it.
And Professor, you remember what they did back in the old days with urban renewal. They destroyed the beautiful look of our downtown.
And it stayed that way. It was a vacant city in many places for many, many years.
Yeah. Professor, thank you for remembering history the way it should be remembered. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
You have a great day. Thank you. God help those students learning from Professor Saxe. It's so one-sided. I've never seen anything like it.
Well, in fairness, there aren't a lot of other one-sided professors in colleges across the country.
My point here is, it's very funny, though, isn't it? That the story is that it's one-sided from the liberal standpoint, and he is the exact opposite. It's very funny.
Boy.
I find it incredibly amusing. I love him, Professor.
That's
Allan
why.
Saxe.
That's why I continue to book him. He's always a good time.